Okay, here we have two fractions that don't have a common denominator. So first thing I usually do is stack them up. And then we are going to rewrite both of them over a common denominator. So if we look at the constants of 10 and 8, that works the same way it does in arithmetic. Most of the numbers we're dealing with here, you should be able to look at them and kind of come up with the common denominator. Let's see, 10 doesn't work because 8 doesn't go into 10. 20 wouldn't work. 30 would not work, but 40. So if we consider the multiples of 10, 40 is the first multiple that 8 goes into. So I'm going to put that down. And then we also see that we need x's and y's. So I'm going to go ahead and put down x's and y's. But we need the highest power of each. So the top fraction has 3 x's and the bottom has just 1. So we need 3 x's. And then for the y's, the top one has 1 and the bottom one has 4. So again, we want the highest number as part of our common denominator. Let's see, there we go. So now what we're going to do is modify each of these fractions. We're going to scale them up. So the question is, what do you multiply 10 by to get 40? Well, 4. But then we're also missing, let's see, 3 y's. We have the 3 x's, but we only have 1 y, so we're going to have to multiply by 3 more y's. So let's put that down. So, and we have to multiply top and bottom by that. So our new numerator we get by multiplying these together. 4 times 7 is 28. And we have 1x and 3 y's. Let's do the bottom one. The bottom one, we have an 8 and we need a 40, so we're going to have to multiply by 5. We have the 4 y's. We have 1x, but we need 3, so we need a couple more x's. So we're going to be multiplying top and the bottom by 5x squared. Notice, because we're multiplying top and bottom by that, we're really just multiplying by 1. What's our new numerator? We get that by multiplying 5 times 5 is 25. And if we put these in order, we have a couple x's and a y. So now we're ready to go ahead and add them up. And because they have a common denominator, let's put down that denominator. Again, that denominator is 40x cubed y to the 4th. And if we add the numerators, they're not like terms, so we just have to put them together with a plus sign. 28x y cubed plus 25x squared y. The only thing left to do is to determine whether it reduces or not. And when you reduce something, you want to make sure everything's factored. Well, the denominator is just a single term, so we can't factor that any further. But the numerator, let's see, we could take out, what, 5 times 5. There's nothing that comes out of 25 and 28, but we could certainly take out 1x. We have 1x and 2x's here, so they have 1x in common and 1y in common. The rest you have to leave. So 28, if we take out an x, that'll be gone. We took out a y, so we'd have 2 y's left. 25 stays. And let's see, we took out an x, but there were 2 x's, so we have 2 left, and we took out the y, so I think that's it. And now we could certainly cross out one of the x's on top. That would leave 2 on the bottom. And we could cross out one of the y's. Cross out 1 on the bottom. We had 4, so we have 3 left. So now we're down at our final answer. And so on top we have 28y squared plus 25x. And on the bottom, x squared y cubed. Oops, we got a 40 in there too. And a 40. So that should be our answer.